Alright, let's get to building. I want to know, what should we build? Thinking about building different kind of site. We're gonna see though. This should be interesting, should be fun. I'm thinking this will be a good project here for some time. How exciting is coding actually? Super exciting. Alright, so let's see about running it up here. What I want to do though, I'm starting actually to build out a old site, a domain that I had. This should be fun. It's been a minute since I actually used this domain, but I want to kind of integrate it really with the whole channel and making it like a hub, man. And then there's so many sweet tools we have here inside of Namecheap and things like that. I tried buying a VPS, but I figured for what I was doing, I didn't really need it, right? Not for what I was doing, and probably eventually as we scale. But we're gonna be building this domain out here first, building out like a email system, kind of like a database as well. So we're gonna see. I'm thinking about my tech stack. It's gonna probably be using PHP. We're gonna be doing everything here. Also, let me shoot over something here. I kind of want a like a template page here, kind of like just a skeleton really, or just a placeholder while we build it all out. Right, I'm gonna have to configure it as well. Let's take a look here. Let me see. Alright, so let's take a look here. Alright, so I'm also working with really working just with ChatGPT. So right now we're gonna actually get the first kind of dummy site up really for this thing. So I'm gonna pull that up here. Kind of just been talking to it about all the whole project. Just created this thumbnail here, but right now we're starting to create the actual main site here. Alright, so this should be fun here. Alright. Okay. Alright, so still building out here. And so what we're gonna do now really is just get really the first kind of portion of this, because of course we're gonna be building out the back end of this thing, right? So we're gonna have a lot of different functionality. As I'm thinking about it, that's when I'll pretty much build it, right? Right now we're just gonna put a placeholder site here. I always like to do that, right? Just to have something up here, especially on a fresh domain. Start getting it indexed. Cause right now I don't even think it's indexed. Let's see. Quantum. Yeah, right now nothing. All right, so we're gonna build this thing out. Also, let's go back here. Alright, so we should have it here. I believe it's finished here. So I'm about to get this actually up and hosted immediately. I like to get things up immediately. It's kind of like seeing your progress immediately. Even though we pretty much won't be using this, I just want to get it off of this page, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go into our name sheet. I think we got it all set up here with the hosting already. And this project, it probably should take me a couple days. I'm gonna be streaming pretty much the main parts of it. Alright, so let's see here. Alright. Alright. So we'll pull that back up here. So I'm gonna have pretty much both of these running. Alright. I'm not even sure. I don't even think I have the domain actually listed here. Alright, let me make sure. So that is iQuantum Digital. I do not have that domain here. So let's go ahead and add that domain into our back office here. Quantum Digital. I bought this domain a while ago. It was for a separate project. I ended up buying like 3 to 4 domains, and I never used this one. All right. And then what I'm thinking, we're gonna have to set up the SSL certificate as well. So that should be cool as well. That'll be a great process to actually go back through. Alright, so we have our domain. Our domain has finally been added here. Alright, so what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna add this file in immediately. We're gonna go ahead and what I'm doing now, I'm actually, like I said, I'm putting up pretty much a template site for our domain that we're gonna be working on this project on. We're not keeping this file or keeping this site up like this, but it's a great placeholder. Alright. A lot of people don't even know how to use AI still, man. Which is crazy. There's so many capabilities. Alright. Alright, so we pretty much have the site up here. It may not let me visit it. Let's see. Not yet. Quantum Digital. Okay. Alright, so give it a few moments here. And we should be able to get this up and running shortly. And it could be because of the cache. Cache. Need to clear the cache here. Alright. Let's make sure our hosting is right. So we should see quantum digital. Okay. Alright, so we are. Alright, so we have our first pretty much template of the site. Alright. This is the site domain we'll be building out here. Of course, right now we don't have a SSL certificate. I'll also be showing how to get that for free in a few coming days and how to install it and get that installed. But this is what we're going to be building. Something that'll go to our YouTube, of course. We'll be having a email list as well that we'll be building out, and some tools as well. So this should be definitely something useful and productive. I'm liking this color scheme already, really, as well. Alright, so let's get it running. Okay, it's already alright. So what I'm thinking now is to pretty much get a framework kind of around this thing. I'm thinking of using pretty much going to be using PHP, right? So let's get that going here. Scheme and layout here. Alright, so let's build and using the text. And what I'm learning the most about really all of the tools, and especially when it comes to building out websites and apps and things like that, is pretty much, for me personally, I like to know the architecture of it all. So kind of like the structure of everything more so than the actual syntax and getting bogged down there, right? And of course I know some syntax. I'm not a super programmer. I'm an AI engineer. A prompt engineer, right? That's what I believe is going to be more and more valuable as a lot of more of these tools are coming out, right? That's the crazy part. If you could prompt, and if you could specifically understand what you're doing in the tech stacks, man, you could pretty much prompt AI to build exactly what you want. Alright? In the next few years, this thing is going to be pretty much insane, man, for people that's learning that type of thing. Alright, so it's a suggested tech stack, alright? So again, this is the site we're going to be building out. I'm going to be building this whole thing out here. Alright, so now it's converting everything pretty much into PHP, and now we're going to start building this thing. Right now this is just an HTML. Yeah. I mean, because AI has definitely made coding more accessible. Alright. A bunch of these different tools, they're making coding a lot more accessible. So just imagine where it's going to be in the future, right? In the next few months and years, man. It's going to be crazy. Alright, so right now, and also what I started learning as well, or using, I would say, is I started using Claude Code. Now that tool is super powerful, man. That was, to me, once I got to Claude Code, and I'll be probably showing it more of that in the next coming days and sessions. But everybody knows ChatGPT, alright? So you could do the exact same thing with ChatGPT. Especially once you bought a pro account, you could really start doing some major building, alright? Alright, so let's see where we are here. Still building out. But Claude Code, man, it'll build like man, I'm talking about your whole layout, right? And where I started to get more into the prompt engineering, pretty much was just knowing how these different parts work, right? There's only so many parts, and then you pretty much have those at scale, right? You just kind of scale those different things out. So what I'm wondering here, how much of this we'll be able to build here immediately. So it's still building this out. Now this thing, like I mentioned as well, like Claude Code, it'll go and build multiple pages with thousands of lines of code and things like that at a time, right? Which is crazy, man. I mean, it's past crazy. Now ChatGPT it'll do the same thing, but the structure of it kinda and the length of the files and things like that, Claude Code, man, just really advanced now. As ChatGPT, I'm sure they're gonna continuously improve, and then they have their higher up tier to where you have to pay what, $200 or something a month. And I may not even need. There we go. Okay. Now AI is definitely gonna take. It's gonna take a lot. It's already taken a lot, but it's really not in a way, right? It's kind of just adapting people, right? Because I mean, you still have to know where these different files go. You still have to know what's being done, right? And then if you ever want to configure things and change up things, you really want to know what parts of the code you need to edit, right? So I started with pretty much learning the basics of a lot of the different languages. Then I started to see that you pretty much could do the same thing in pretty much any language, right? Or a lot of different languages. There's multiple ways to skin a cat, right? There's multiple ways to code the same thing, right? So I used to bog myself into like, oh, what language do I need to use, or even syntax, right? Or what's the proper way to do it? I'm like, and you could get paralyzed by just over analyzing what the hell you need to do. Right? Now using AI, that takes a lot of that out the picture, honestly. It takes a lot out the picture. Which I tell people now, man, it's a lot of the website builders and things like that, or platforms that you really don't need if you kind of have an ideal of what you want to build, right? I mean, and it's becoming more and more accessible. Like this page here for what we're building, this literally built this quick page, nice, great layout. I mean, in 30 seconds, right? And this is just a placeholder, so we're just using this as a placeholder right now. And it's still building here. I'm gonna have to refresh it because it may be building a crap ton of pages for me. We're gonna see. I'm gonna see how far to get. I'm gonna just refresh it and see. And the beauty of AI is that, I mean, even if you don't know how to do something, I mean, you could tell it and ask it, and it'll show you how to do it. All right. Like this page that we just built. All right. If we come here, right? It's gonna be pretty hard for a lot of coders, man, really. But to me, a lot of coders were initially worried, right? They were worried that, okay, their jobs are being taken, but really, I don't think so, right? I don't really think so. It's actually giving them more tools to work faster, to produce faster, things like that. All right, so let's see what we have here. Okay, is it still coding? All right, here we go. So it's pretty much setting the structure up here. So we got a real homepage starter, same scheme, everything here. That's perfect. So now we're gonna start plugging this thing in. Alright. Upload it, plain text, HTML, next files to create. Alright, so then we're gonna start creating these other files. Now I'm also having an idea as well for like a kind of like a dashboard type of thing that'll show pretty much different AI tools. Alright. Alright, so this is our home page. This is our new home page I'm about to upload. Straight PHP. Alright. Okay, so let's go ahead and copy that. Alright. Alright, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna rename our file here index.php, and then now we're just gonna simply copy this into it. Now what I realized as well is that pretty much all programs, no matter how you see them, they all come down to code, man. When I had that realization, I said, damn, you could damn near build anything. Alright, so let's look at our new updated file site here. Quantum. Now, like I mentioned, this is going to take us a few days to build. This will definitely take us a few days, but so far it's looking great. So far, this is what we have here, iQuantum Digital. I'm thinking of free tools here of some sort, right, that'll build the list up, right? And then also you could track the progress. Alright, track our progress as we're building this. So right now this is a brand new site, iQuantumDigital.com. This is the site we're going to be building out within this series. And it's pretty much going to be something that I find useful, first of all, but something that anybody could, find use in, right? And as we learn, show and earn, right? That's the whole point, and show you how to do the same. But so far, that's a legit ass site, man. Alright? Already. I haven't done anything to it. Alright? It's not really. So right now it already has the email capture. I'm going to change this up as well. And we'll just prompt that. But look at this, man. Look at this. I mean, built literally in two seconds, man. Just from a prompt. Alright? Now, if you know how to program, if you know code and HTML and things like that, you can come in here and customize it. Use this as a template, right? So we're going to start building this out. So we're going to start getting these next files in here. And then also get wording on how we should do the structure here. Alright. So what I want to do here, let's put this here. Alright. Yeah, this is going to be sweet. So we're building this site out. It's already up and running. It is live. I don't have the SSL set up yet. I'm actually be doing that tomorrow on tomorrow's stream and show you how to do that, how to get one for free. Alright, I used to pay $5 per SSL, which is stupid, alright, when it's so essential, and you don't even have to. Alright, I'm gonna show you how to get that for free, but more importantly, I'm gonna show you how to install it. Alright, it looks real complex, but it's really not once you just get a hang of it. And I guarantee you do it once or twice, you're gonna be like, okay, I can do this. Then you can go and charge people to do it. All right. People still have HTTP sites without that, and that's limiting their access right now. Just adding that extra security, I mean, you could definitely charge people to do that. All right, so let's take a look here. Let's see what we want to go to next here. All right, so right now we have our main index PHP file. I want to get the trying to decide whether I want to get the emails capturing set up, or do I want to start the dashboard with tools. Right. And I'm also start creating tools as well and putting on here things that I find useful. And if I find useful, I'm pretty sure anybody will find them useful. So we're gonna see here. What I'm gonna do, I really wanted to get the email because for some reason that seems like one of the main things. Now, of course, I'm gonna, of course, as you see, we're gonna need to do our SSL database and our subscriber table, and we'll start setting this up. Config in a database, PHP. Thank you. And then what I really want to do is set up the email sequence. I mean, that's gonna be, I get that running. This will be the first time I'm actually doing the email sequence without like any extra tool, right? Or like MailChimp, things like that, right? So I'm gonna just build it out my damn self and see how far we get, right? That's what I want to do. So I'm gonna see exactly how far we get. All right, so let's build this thing out. Let's get to the next one here. Then I'm gonna have a blog. You gotta always seem to have a blog, but more something that's useful, all right? Something that actually gives information, not just spewing crap. You don't want to spew crap, man. All right, let's see. All right, let's get to the next files here. I want to get the email capture and sequence up and running first. I'm gonna tell it. I'll be talking to ChatGPT literally like a damn human. I'll be like, man, look. I think that's the best way. Let's get it. And then you could organize it, and then we'll, as we go along, we're gonna organize it differently. Now, for any app, really, what I notice is that you have really three main components. Okay, you have the front end, which is what people see. Then you have the back end, right, which is that's your database things, right? Yeah, your database, your front end, your back end. Really, it's two components, honestly. Your front end and your back end. Yeah, your front end and then your back end, which is your pretty much your SSL, your database, right? Then you have your logic, and then we'll of course have different automation set up, right, with different scripts. And you could build all that with ChatGPT, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. So let's run it. Alright, so once email capture is live, the site is already doing a job. Okay, so this is the most important thing we want to do here, right? We want to start setting this thing up as not just a website, but as an asset, right? We want to set up a legit asset, an online, pretty much real estate. That's the way I look at it, right? Alright, so we're gonna get this order here. We're gonna start building out our SSL database. I'm gonna show that as well, right? And then we'll start setting up the subscriber tables and things like that. Now, what I would recommend too, man, follow along. Really, follow along. If you have ChatGPT, right? follow along with your niche, right? Pick a niche and then let's build something, right? That's the way to do this thing. Because you'll start seeing the power of what you could actually do, what you could build. And you'll be like, damn, I could build damn near anything. And you really can, right? With the right idea, with the right focus and time, you could literally build anything. Alright, so this is the most important part here as it's starting off here, right? It's telling us the folder structure, right? So I'm gonna start setting up all of these files here. This is the actual folder structure of everything. Alright. I wonder if it's having these gonna be separate pages, because I pretty much don't want them to be a thank you page, or I don't see a need for that. Just like a message should come up maybe. So let's see. We already have our SSL table being set up here. So what I'm gonna do, I do need to create a new database, the new user and things like that as well. Look at this, it's already structuring out the first few emails. It's giving me the config file, the database file, and a subscribe file. That's major, man. So let's actually get these actually in here. So what I'm gonna do, let's go back into so now this part, it seems like the boring part, but honestly, I tell everybody it's actually the part you wanna kind of dive into, because you'll start having a few different realizations. You'll realize that first that everything literally is code, man. It's all code. Every program, every automation, right? Even the models, man. It's all code. Alright, so let me get this set up here. So we're gonna be setting this up right into this file, and then I'll show you as it's already built. We're just gonna get the structure, overall structure set up here. And another thing I realized too, which is crazy, it seems like every week it's a new damn AI that comes out. And to me they're pretty much all the same in a sense. Now they have a lot of different features when you start adding in a lot of these MCPs or different functionalities, right? That's where they're exploding, and that's where the advancement is gonna happen, right? That's where I see the advance, because the more it could do, the more things you could hook up, right, to it. Because I mean, once you have the actual language, right, or the structure or instruction for it to do something, then it has the power to go and do it. I mean, god dang, sky's the limit from there. All right, so we're gonna just simply create all of these files here. All PHP, subscribe.php. All right. Thank you. .php. Alright, unsubscribe, and these will be the functionality of the actual email capture. Right. Once we create our own email capture and our database, things like that, I mean, this thing is literally gonna be on and going, right? Alright, so we're gonna have a unsubscribe. I'm talking about .com.php. Alright, so now we're going to create this next folder, which is the includes folder. Alright, and inside of includes, we're going to create those 3 files here. Alright. Config.php, db.php, and our mailer.php. Alright. So we're going to go back up a level, and then we're going to create our cons send sequence file. Okay. Alright. The Chrome folder. And another thing, like once you actually get a site up and running that's actually functioning, it's doing a particular job, and it's bringing in leads, you pretty much have that asset forever, right? And that's the beauty of it, right? You build one, set up the structure, you set up the systems, things like that, and then you pretty much could leave it, right? So right now, alright, so now we're going to set up our last file here, which is the send sequence. And we're doing all of this inside a cPanel. Send sequence.php. Alright. Alright, so far this is exactly what we have here. Alright, this is what we have. Alright, so we're just setting up this structure. We're literally going from scratch, man. Alright, so we're setting up everything. Right now we have literally just our main, just our skeleton site right here. This is the site we're going to be building in this series. And definitely, if you like this type of content, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. We're going to be doing these on a regular. Alright, so now we're going to start setting up our databases here. This is how we're going to start capturing emails and tracking people that come in basically on our list, and then sending them through a actual sequence of emails. Alright, you could literally build your own sequence. Alright, so let's get to, we're going to do that using PHP MyAdmin. Alright, so in PHP MyAdmin, we're gonna, I think we first need to set up our database actually. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna set up our database with our users and things like that as well. Our quantum. So right now what I'm doing is setting up the actual database, and then we're going to add a user to that database. And what that's going to do is when we actually start logging the information into the back end, we'll have everything in place to be able to do so. Alright. I'm also going to be taking a few notes here just so we could stay on track here as far as our next stream. We want to make sure we have everything in order. Alright, so we have the database name created here. And also, what kind of tools you think we ought to make? Because I want to put tools on here as well. Like my own tools. That'll be cool. Thinking of having like a host of different tools, some free, some paid. But just be a whole resource basically. Alright. As I learn, I could post things right here, and it's pretty much for the world to see and also learn. Alright, so let's see here. We have this. Now I need to create our user. this one, ID1. Generate. Alright, we're gonna use this password here. And a big thing also, keep track of everything you are doing. Know which files you're working on, because I have done some crazy stuff where I'll mess up an entire file thinking it was a different one. And I had to pretty much start over. Alright, so we have DB user. And password. Here we go. Alright, so I gotta generate another password here. And again, what we're building this site out here. We're building out iQuantum Digital. It's gonna be pretty much a hub of AI tools, of different ways that you can come in and use these different tools and learn and generate your income, man. Because I mean, pretty much right now, no matter which niche you're in, you could always find AI to help you, man. Right? Alright, so now we're adding pretty much here, adding user to a database here. Alright. Okay. And right now I'm setting up just a back end portion for the database. And then once I have that set up, I will definitely be, and I think I have actually, here we go. Okay. Alright, so we have our database and we have our database user created. Alright. Now I am going to need to generate a new password for this. Database user, where's the database here? Create database, create user. Okay, here we go. So right now all we're literally doing is creating the database in our back office of PHP-MyAdmin. Right, then we're gonna start pasting this code in and creating our tables and things like that. That's gonna be cool. Alright. But what it is really the back end portion. Right. Okay, change password. Alright, password here. And it seems so, even for me, man, I mean, it seems pretty boring, right? It seems boring at first, and then at the same time, it's exciting because it's like, damn, this is literally what pretty much every large-scale site is made of, right? Which is crazy. All big sites, no matter how big the site is, it's all literally code. Alright, so I'm gonna pull up my PHP-MyAdmin here, and then we're gonna start structuring out these tables here. I really want to do that. Alright, here we go. So PHP-MyAdmin, this is the database portion, right? Database portion here. Alright, so inside here we have our new database here. Let's make sure I have everything logged here. Yeah. Alright, so now create table. What I do here, we're going to go to SQL, and this is where we're going to start pasting in this query here. Alright, and this is literally going to create our tables that we need. Literally, in a damn blink of an eye. Alright, so now as you can see, we have just created the email log, the email sequences, and the subscribers. Okay, this is what's going to start tracking everything. Alright. Alright, let's go to the next portion here. Alright, so we're going to add a few starter emails. This is perfect here. And then, of course, we're going to test this whole thing out. Alright. So now we're going to go back into here. And then we're going to paste our next query in. And this is literally going to be setting up our first 3 emails that we'll be sending out. You can come here and you could see these emails, right? The subject line, the body. It's literally all in a SQL format, right? And this will be automated. And then the subscribers, right? So we can see last sent day, subscribe that. They'll have an unsubscribe token, things like that. Alright. So now let's start. We're done with the SQL for now. Alright. Alright, so now let's go ahead and start our config file. And right now what we are building, again, we are literally building out a new website. And we're building out an asset, right? Some type of asset, right? We're going to see about if this thing can start generating income immediately, right? The sooner the better, right? Alright, so let's get the config file here. So we're going to just go back into our file manager in cPanel, and then we're going to add that in. Alright. And you see the information we need to fill in, right? We just made the database, and then you see we have to actually start filling in this information, right? Alright, so we're gonna go here. That was in the include and in our config file. Alright. Because once this thing is running, I mean, that's where it's going to be like, damn, it's running, everything is actually going. And then you could actually create as many as you need, right? If you want to change niche, right? So we got our database name here. I'm going to fill that in. Alright. We got our user. Alright, so right now we're literally just setting up our config file. We're filling in this information right here on our config file so it could actually have access to our database that we just made. Alright. I tried showing I tried showing my mom the other day some AI for the first time that it could actually talk through ChatGPT. She freaked out, man. She literally freaked out. It amazed her so much. She's like, what is going on? Then I end up telling it it's her name. And I said, yeah, greet my mom here, such and such, by the name. And when it said her name, she damn near fell on the floor. She literally fell on the floor. Most people don't understand, man, especially the older generation. They don't even understand the capabilities, right? Honestly, with the rate that it's growing, we don't even understand its capabilities, right? Alright, so we have our config file set up. That's just pretty much with all of our information for our database. Then we're going to start actually handling the email subscriptions and things like that. So let's get that all set up here. Alright, and we're just really just going to go into each of the files that we created, and we're going to start filling that in with what we have here. Alright, and thank you. And we could actually show this here. So this is literally what we're doing now. We're literally just filling in all of the files here. Alright, edit. You're gonna edit all in cPanel. Alright, you don't need any complex stuff or anything. Alright, and we're gonna go down the line here. Alright, then the welcome email before the full sequence. We could make the first upgrade when someone subscribes, send an instant welcome email that requires a mailer. Alright, PHP and PHP mailer, smartest live stream move here. Okay, and it's telling me, of course, what to do here for the stream. Alright, create the data. We've done all of this. Alright. Okay, so it looks like we actually should be up and live now. Let's make sure. Get the thank you. I wonder if I need to unsubscribe any of that. Probably not. Not right now. Alright, let's test it. Let's test it. Let's see if it's capturing. And also going into our database. So I'm going to refresh everything. Alright, so of course this button is going to go here. And let's see if this thing is capturing. I'm going to go test. Then we're going to go test at Gmail. And this is literally the first step of building out your own lead capturing. Alright, so obviously the send doesn't work here. So send me the free tool. We got a database connection fail here. Alright. And there we go. Alright, now the debugging begins. Alright, so let's go back into our files here. Let's go ahead and exit that. So now what we need to do is check our back end of our config file. Debugging is a whole nother thing, man. Let's make sure everything here. User. Everything is there, right? Everything actually looks good here. Alright. Okay. Alright, so let's take a look here. Let's see what I got here. And also I need to get a from email set up for it. Let's see, why is that not connecting? Could be cache type of problem. We're gonna see. Quantum digital. Alright, so that goes here. Test at gmail.com. Alright, yeah. Okay, so what I'm gonna have to do is to debug with ChatGPT. Error when submitting test email for capturing lead. This is what I get. Alright. And I'm pretty sure I had a database named, right? Let's see. Okay, can reach, but the database user does not have permission. I didn't set permissions up. Look at that. And let me go back into, which is crazy, right? That's how fast you could debug with AI. Alright, so just imagine this thing in a few months and years, man. It's gonna get wild. Alright. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to manage database and users. I have a user, but I don't even have the user assigned. Okay. See that fast, man. Alright, so I'm gonna add that user that we had to our database. And then we're gonna give it all the permissions. And now we should be working. Alright. Alright, so let's make sure here. And again, like I mentioned here, we are literally setting all this up from scratch. Maybe better ways, maybe smarter ways, but the thing is, what are you gonna do with what you have right now, right? And I'm showing you can do this right now with ChatGPT. Alright. So let's test this again. Let's see if this thing is logging into our database. This will be pretty much step one success if this works, man. Cross your fingers. Cross your fingers. Oh. Oh. You see it now. Let's make sure. Let's check our back end, the database. Let's check the database, and we're gonna pretty much have our first win here, right? Our first win with the site. All right. Now here, why don't I see it here? But we see it's logging there. All right, our Quantum Digital, and there it is. We literally have our first success of the night. We literally, which seems crazy, but we have literally just built out our first capturing site, our capture for our website. That fast. It literally now captures leads. Alright? Literally, not figuratively. Now, what we want to start doing after we capture those leads is start an email sequence, right? So I actually want to get that up and running right now, honestly. I at least want to get the first portion of it. But that's a big win. I mean, those little wins like that, they could go overlooked, especially once you've done them so many times. But those are wins, man. That's literally the email capture right there. So pretty much the newsletter are getting free tools and everything right there that'll go here to our email capture, which I'm gonna pretty much change this up to where it'll pop out or something, I'm thinking. But right now, so far, that's perfect. I mean, that is perfect. We're gonna keep going, and of course, like I mentioned, it does not have the SSL set up. We're gonna be setting that up tomorrow. I'm gonna do that live as well. It could be another seem to be born process. A lot of it kinda is, right? Honestly, uh, but it's necessary, right? That's what I started realizing. A lot of the born stuff is needed, and a lot of people need to see the born. Honestly, we're so used to seeing the glamour or the highlights. That shit you don't even. People don't even understand that you need these born processes. But right now, from this first born step, we have literally our email tracking or capturing. Let's test it again just to be sure. Example. Oh, I put that in the wrong field, didn't I? Alright, so test 2. So right now we have our email capture. You can see we do have a thank you page as well. And something else I'm gonna change too, which will be pretty simple, is taking these file end names off, right? You're used to seeing it like this, right? So we're gonna do that later. But right now, everything is captured there. You can see we have it built there. And then here, let's go back into our database just to see it updating, right? And there it is. You literally have your own email capture software. Right there, we just built it. Just with this and cPanel. Alright, so now what we want to start doing is actually sending these emails or the leads basically. We want to start them on a sequence, right? So that's what we're going to be building next. We're going to start building out the sequence so they could start receiving emails and further continuing learning and getting whatever you have to offer or information or value, anything, right? You want the email, but you want to start using that email to give people things, right? All right. And also, if you like everything that you're seeing, definitely subscribe to the channel, like the video, and also as we're building out this project, go to the website and subscribe. And I'm gonna show you in live feed right now that you have popped up. Definitely. iQuantumDigital.com. You can go now, subscribe, and we have literally just built the whole email capturing lead system from scratch. All right. So let's get to the next portion. Let's get to the next portion. And if you pop up, I'll definitely shout you out as you popping up here. But go to iQuantum Digital. Get in tune with the movement. It's something major that's going to be happening here. All right. Next portion here. All right, let's see here. All right, let's let it know we got it here. Okay, we got it to work. Let's get the first. We want to get the email sequence set up. That's what we want to start. It now captures. Let's now get tracking the days and sending the right email and updating the day each email user is on, so we send the email. All right. All right, perfect. So let's move on. We are now rolling. All right. All right, what we need to do now, figure out how many days since sign up, find out the matching email for that day, send it, log it, update the subscriber. Yep, that's exactly what we need. All right, the cleanest version to use, subscribe that. Last sent. All right, so I may need to update the database, looks like. Let me look and see. Source, okay. Yeah. Yeah, this is perfect then. Only send if. Alright. Alright, so here. Updated flow, see? So now it's updating the flow. Alright, file 1 includes install PHP Mailer first if you have not already. If using manual, I believe I have PHP Mailer in here. Alright. Let me ask it, because I don't really know. How do I know if I have PHP Mailer? Is that something that I would have on cPanel? Would have through cPanel. I think I do have it. I think I do have it. So I'm gonna actually just kind of ask it, but I'm gonna be building this thing out. So we're gonna start building out the actual mailing system. So we now have the capturing system. Alright, our deal is definitely capturing leads. Alright. So we've just started this site. It's literally now capturing leads. Alright. Literally right now. And then tomorrow, like I mentioned, we're going to set up the SSL certificate. I'm going to show you how to get that for free and how to, more importantly, install that. Alright. Alright. Yeah, I think I have the PHP here. Okay. Alright, so check if I already have it. Alright. Oh, you know what? I think it's just telling me a file to make. Right? I think that's what it's telling me. Alright, let me go back here. Alright, so we now have that unsubscribe file we'll have, and then the send sequence, that's perfect. And these are just pretty much the logic to do everything. Unsubscribe. This is what's crazy, because it's telling me two different paths. Install first if you have not already. If using manual, include put PHP mail in something like this. I have no clue what it's really telling me here. Do I need to install it or do I need to create the file? Alright. So unless you are script installed, you probably don't have it yet. Alright. Decided you might see files like this here. Okay. Fastest way to install a mailer. I want to check if I have the mailer. I'm pretty sure I have it though. Alright, so what I need to do is see if I have it. Cause it's alright, let's go check. Let's check. Let's check. So it's, I wish I knew where that song came from. Let me see. I have no clue. Alright. So what we're doing now, we're trying to build out the actual mailing sequence system. Alright, once we capture a lead, we want to send those leads through an email system. Alright, that we could just pretty much send an unlimited amount of emails, or one a day for as long as you set it up. Alright, And this could be used for any niche, right? Alright, so what I'm doing now, let's check and see if we have this actual mailer here. Let's see, which I don't see. Public here. Alright, public HTML. I don't have it actually. Alright, so I don't have it. So let's go back here. Alright, we got all of these sequences here. If using manual include. Alright, let me try it like this. This is how I'm gonna do it. Then use this. See, this makes no sense to me. Right? So let me do this. And that's the beauty to me about building any kind of site or anything. Right? You literally gotta figure it out in a sense. And there's so many different ways to do it. Right? Okay, I need to get what, PHP mailer, I believe. PHP mailer. Instructions given aren't clear on how to get it. Sure, so far. Can I just I'm thinking like I could just, cause for some reason I really think I have it already. Alright, let's see here. How do I set this up properly to send the emails? Okay. Alright, so right now, of course, like I mentioned, we have the email caption. What we're looking to do is get the actual mailer. Structure is already very clean. You just need to add one folder and then 3 files, and then the PHP thing will work. Okay, so that's perfect. Alright, so download the mailer. Alright, so we'll go here, download, close zip. Inside the folder you will see this, and then we'll open the source file. Inside that folder you will see 3 files. Alright, so see, it tells you exactly what to do. Alright, so let's go here. I'm gonna download the zip, and this is the actual mailer. Alright, PHP mailer. We're setting up the automated mailing system. Alright, unzip it onto the computer, and inside that we're gonna see this file, and we're gonna open that source folder. Alright. Alright, then we're gonna see the 3 files, and then we're gonna start putting those files in the right places. Alright, so let's get it. So far this is pretty much what we have here, which is still, I mean, to say this was built in a matter of like literally seconds, right? And now we're just pretty much setting the back end up for it as far as getting the email capturing system set up. We have the capturing, but now I want the actual mailers, right? That's where the power is going to happen, right? Alright. Alright, so we have, has this folder been extracted? Extract all. Alright, so we're going to extract the actual PHP mailer. Alright. I'm going to pretty much just dump that back in downloads. Alright. Okay. And a beautiful thing about AI, it's like even if you don't know, if you could pretty much follow instructions, you could definitely do this. Alright. If you know a little, you could definitely do this. If you know a lot, you could damn sure do it. But you don't have to, right? If you don't know, tell it you don't know and it'll walk you through it. Alright. Alright, so we had a source file. Okay. Inside the folder you will see the 3 files you need. Alright. That's all we need. Alright. So I actually have a bunch of more folders. Now it's saying I don't need all of these files. I'm gonna make sure I don't need them. Alright. So in the src file, I have these files. I only need the 3 files you mentioned out of here. And then in the meantime, we're gonna start loading up those other files that we have here. Ah, see, this is why you gotta check. And actually, you should upload all of those files, not just those 3. That's why you gotta check, man. All right. That's exactly why. All right. So the newer PHP version. All right. All right. All right. So now it's giving me the new file folder structure. All right. So we're gonna start actually putting all those in here. All right. What I'm thinking. All right. And the crazy thing, like I mentioned, once this thing is live and it's actually working, you've done the work and it's just literally working for you, right? Then you could kind of focus more on your content or writing out new emails that you may want to blast out or finding new offers, things like that. But once you actually set up the system, I mean, the system is in place, then you can kind of work for the system and let the system work for you, really. All right, so now what I want to do here, I want to create the vendor folder. Alright, so the vendor folder here. Folder, let's set up vendor. And then I'm going to set up the SRC folder. Alright, SRC. Now we're going to literally upload all of those files that we just extracted. We're going to take all of those files and put them here. And this is what's going to start giving our site the capability to start sending out automated emails, right? Without you buying any third-party system or software or anything, you're going to be able to do it yourself. Especially starting off small at scale, right? If you have a list of a couple hundred, a couple thousand, I mean, you literally could use a system like this, and you can build it yourself. All right, so let's go here. I want to upload. Let's see if I could upload all the files at once here. I should be able to. And I can actually. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna zip them. Let's actually zip all of the files up, and then we'll make that a lot easier. So I'm gonna zip the source folder. We want to compress this bad boy. Alright, so we got now the compress SRC folder here. Alright, and then we're going to extract it. And we should be in the right folder here. Extract. Reload, and actually rename. I actually want to do this differently here. Let me see. That was in the includes folder. Oh, that was in the vendor folder. I need to I actually need to do this over. Alright, so I'm gonna upload that extract that compress folder again. And then we should have that right. Extract and reload. Okay. Alright, so now we have everything right. So we actually have this actually. You know what? I still don't think I think I messed that up even more. I actually don't have the PHP mailer. Let's set that folder up. So PHP mailer, and then we want to put that source folder into that folder. There we go. Alright. Alright, leave all the files there, bam. Alright. Alright. So this is perfect. That's exactly how it's set up here. Let's make sure. Yeah. So going to vendor, PHP mailer, SRC, and then we have all our files. So everything's set up there. Alright, that's perfect. Alright, so now we're gonna test this thing. Alright, so we're gonna set up our first test email to make sure our emailing system is working. Alright. And I'm gonna show you exactly what we're doing here. Alright, so we're gonna actually set up, we're gonna set this thing up here. Alright, and we're gonna set it up right in this root folder pretty much. Testmail.php. Alright, and then we're gonna go in here and edit, and then we're gonna put this pretty much our first test email in here, and this is gonna make sure that this thing is actually working properly. Alright, and then if everything is right, we're gonna see the message here, and we didn't see it, so something is not right. So now this is where another troubleshoot happens. panel. Let's get rid of that. And it could be you just need to simply reload everything. Let's do that. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and run that again. And I'm sure I have it in the right place. But that's the beauty of it, the troubleshooting part. I started kind of liking troubleshooting, right? In a sense. It depends, really. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Right? If it gets crazy and you're like, damn, I've tried every which way I could think of, right? It's just not working, right? I mean, it's still a good thing to be here. All right, so let's get this up here. All right. All right, so I believe we have it here. Still not. Let's see what's going on here. We're getting a 500 error, so that's not good. All right. And we're just gonna send that back in. Is what I get when I visit the test mail page. Okay. So PHP is crashing here, not just email failed. So okay. And then it says this is good news in a way. What's the chances of that? Good news, your site is crashing. All right, we're now down to a server-side PHP error. All right, we can isolate. Let's see if the main site is even loading though. It should be. Shouldn't be. All right, so that's running. Let's make sure the email is still capturing here. Test3 at examplehere.com. Oh, I put the thing again. All right, so everything's still good there. All right. Miller, okay. I wonder. Let me see. Let me actually look at the actual file here. I was in test mail. Oh, maybe. Okay, here we go. Let's try it. Let's try this. Let's try this. Okay. Hopefully this solution works. It should work. Let's just see. Let's go. And then this will tell us if basically the server's crashing or something. And no, it's not. It's not working. Alright, let's see what's going on. Okay. Fastest way to see the real error, open it and temporarily replace everything with this. Alright, let's try it that way. So now we're on a troubleshoot part. It's like you gotta troubleshoot every step, right? That's what it seems sometimes. Now it could be this file. Let me see. Includes. Ah, nope, nope, that's not it. Alright, so let's do it this way. Alright. So we've literally opened it. We've gone here. Now we're going to refresh the page, see if that works. Alright. Once this works, I'm telling you, this is going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. Alright, so iQuantum digital. Shit, I didn't put the wrong thing in. iQuantum digital. Alright, so we know the site pulls up here. Now it's telling me to refresh here. Alright, cross your fingers. I'm crossing my fingers and toes. Let's see if it works. Oh my god, now it went from a 500 error to a fatal error. Alright. So I'm gonna just give that error to ChatGPT. It'll tell me what's up. Now I get this error. Alright. So we'll refresh that soon. Let's see what we need to do here. Alright. It's saying perfect. That's the crazy thing. It'll be like, oh, perfect. You got a fatal error. Alright, let's see what it's saying though here. So we know everything's loaded successfully. Denied. Okay. So one of these is happening. It's empty. Oh, you know what? Now, if that mailer is empty, that'll be crazy. I think it is too. It. Look at this, man. This is my mailer file. It's completely empty. Alright, so we need to fill this up. Alright, so let's actually go back here. That was pretty much the problem. So what I need to do is actually go back up here and find this mailer. Oh my god. Also abduct. I did none of this. Alright. But that's troubleshooting with AI right there. That was prime example. Also update that to this exact version. Use this to remove guesswork. Okay. Let me see if I use the original one that it gave me. Let's see if I can find it. Cause it was, I think it was a couple of files in up here that I actually didn't even use yet. Yeah. See, I hadn't even done that. My bad. All right. Alright, so let's run that mailer in here. Let's see about any other files it gave me. I think that was it. Alright, we did all of that. Did we do this? See, we didn't do this neither. So I'm gonna do all that. I don't have the unsubscribe either. Man, I was just slipping here. Let's get the unsubscribe PHP file added. I'm gonna add that now. Let's just go back into here and see what we need to do. Send sequence. So really it was pretty much a couple files that I hadn't done. And I'm sitting here wondering why it's not working. It's broken. And I just didn't do it. Alright, our subscribe file. Alright, so right now it stores a good lead, good, okay. Send a welcome in the middle and send day one as already sent, so cron start at day 2. Alright, let me go back here and start this. And this is the subscribe file. So we're updating that now. Update it. Alright, so this was our mailer. Okay. Alright, so we just added these, the send sequence file. I don't even think I did the send sequence. Let me see. No, I didn't. Damn. I had skipped about 5 different files, looks like. Alright, let me actually get all this here. Alright. So I added the right files there. At least 5 to start. Alright, we got those going. Okay. If you want faster testing, temporarily use 5 minutes. Then change it back later. Alright. So I'm gonna basically tell it I haven't done this part yet. And then see if I can test it now. I may just need to set it up, but I'm like, shit, does the mailer work first? Insert the 5 emails into, okay, subscribe with a fresh test email, confirm day 1 sends immediately. Yeah, this is what we want to do actually here. Run cron manually. And confirm day 2. Alright. I don't know where this song keeps coming from. Let me see if I can test that test file. Alright. Alright, and then tell it I have not set up the cron job yet. I had a few files missing and I only have three emails in for now. Will the test email page work? Alright, let's see. Let's see, man. Shoot. So I'm gonna run it. Alright, so I could test it. Alright, let's test that. Let's just see if that page is running right. So we don't have, we keep getting the super error, right? If I could find the link again here. Alright, so we're gonna test this thing out again. Alright. Oh my god. Failed to open stream, no such file. Why is it saying I don't have this file though? Let's see what it's saying here. Alright. So something is off, alright? Something is off. What is it? And this is how I debug here. I'll tell it, hey, what's wrong with this thing, right? Let me make sure I have all the files. I'm sure I have all the files now, though. I don't have a Chrome's job set up yet, which it just said I don't need to have that set up, right? Yeah, so I don't even need to worry about that yet. Main thing is getting this first file set up. Alright, then we could do the subscribe, send day one, and then build the email sequence. Alright, let's see what it is here. Okay. But the file is not actually there. Or where is it? Right? Did I? Let's see where I have this file. It's saying I don't even have the file. I know damn well. Alright, let's go up here. We're gonna go into the digital. Okay. So if I go through this file path, alright, vendor PHP deal. Yeah, PHP mailer, yeah. I literally, but the file is not actually there, so the problem is one of these. Let's see here. Oh, I wonder. Nah, that's literally, everything is literally right, and it's still giving me that error. Alright, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna show it what I have, right? Vendor. I may have to, I think I could show it the file path. Let's see. Edit, view, download. Alright. Now, is there a way to show the file path? I'm pretty sure. Let me see. And it's in the vendor PHP. Let me try to refresh this thing. You probably uploaded the files into something like, no, I didn't. Or alright, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a picture and show it. Cause I'm like, I know I got the file path right. This is where I have it. So now we're just literally debugging, trying to figure out the solution here. Oh, you see that? Oh my God. One little error, man. One error. One spelling error at that. Wow. Let's try it. One letter, man. That's a crazy thing. Alright, we should have this thing working now. And this is just step one pretty much in a bigger part. Now we still got this part here. Could not connect to the SMTP, failed to connect to the server. Alright, we're kind of getting somewhere. I'm gonna just take that, feed it back in, and see what's the solution. Okay, fix the... Getting this error when going to the link. And also, if you like this type of content, definitely be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to be putting these out on a regular, man. Building things in public, building out different software, SaaS, mobile apps, pretty much anything I think of to deploy, right? And showing you how you could do the same. It's fun, man. Definitely get started. You can start with ChatGPT, and you can get this thing going, all right? All right, let's see what's going on. Alright, a new error means your system is wrong with a server port encryption combo is not reachable. Alright, so now we're past code problems. These wrong mail host, wrong mail port, wrong encryption type. I don't even have it. I wonder if this is why. Oh, using mail data before it. Oh, okay. Pick the email account you want to send from, like, okay. Sending your host once, okay. And let me look at the test page, the test email. The test mail, let's see what that's doing here. So it's sending an email. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, this is the test mail page. Alright, do I need to change the email placeholder for this to work properly? I want to know though if I need to change it, right? Because I pretty much just want to see that it, I mean, what this is testing is that that PHP mailer is actually working, right? Ah, alright, so we're going to test it out here. We're going to, so I'm changing that email. And we're going to see. Alright. I guess it's like, how can it be a successful email sent if there's the wrong email in there? Alright, let's see. And still not connecting here. Alright, so that's not the issue. Okay. Yeah, and there's no from email in there. Test. Okay, our quantum email test. Okay, so it's no from email from there, so it should. I don't see why it's not. So after you change the email. Alright. What I need to see next to fix this is open a config and put. Alright. So we're gonna now go into our config file. I think I had this type of problem. I end up having to put the variables in a different deal, but I don't think that should be the case here. Oh, I think I found it. Okay. Alright. So I'm thinking it's failing because the placeholders and things don't make sense, right? Since the hello quantum digital. Did I do that? Alright. I'm thinking that's what it is. Doesn't exist. And placeholders there. So if anything, I'll just need to set that up, and then I'm hoping that it's not the SSL, alright? Cause that'll be for tomorrow. Alright, so that's perfectly. That's why. Alright, so. Alright, so we are now digging into the root of the problem here. Seems so simple. Now that I'll be like, oh, duh. Alright. So now we're gonna go now back into our cPanel. We're gonna actually set up this actual email here. Alright, I just have it set up with placeholders there. That's why. Alright. Look, that's exactly the problem. Alright. So right now we need to go into our cPanel. I'm going into the email accounts and we're gonna now set up this new email address. Alright. And that'll be for our quantum digital. We're gonna have that at hello, and we're gonna just generate a password here. Okay. Email P. So hello at iQuantum Digital. That'll be the email that we are setting up. Alright, so and this part could really seem, honestly, I would think building out anything, it's not exciting as getting paid from what you build. Alright. So a lot of people just show the, okay, I got paid off of this and this is great, you could do this in so many simple steps, but actually walking through the process, man, actually seeing the actual born stuff, I value that. Right, that's stuff I want to see. I want to see, like, don't show me the glamorized clips. I like to see the real deal. Alright, so we had an email in place, so now I'm gonna start filling this stuff out here. Alright, and the password here, boom, 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 and then we're gonna update the file here. Alright, so alright. So I got a few things I'm gonna be testing. Once we get this, we'll probably end the stream for the night. Alright. I wonder if I need this part, the mail host. Oh, I'm gonna see. We'll see how far we can get. Alright, and test. Alright. Replace with your real email. Okay. Okay. And definitely, if you want to be up to date, stay tuned with us as well as we work throughout this whole process and build this whole thing out live. And as we learn and debug and do everything here with AI, definitely stay tuned. Definitely stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, because we're gonna be doing these on a regular. All right. So let me see here, and the password I need to update as well here. Okay. Alright, so now is the moment of truth. Alright, everything's been updated. Let's try it again. Okay. Because right now what we're building, we're pretty much building the back end part of the email capturing system of the site. Okay. And we just got our insurance license as well, so we're going to be building out a super insurance, pretty much like a funnel or some type of lead capturing for that as well. That'll be fun. Alright, so let's see if this is going to work here. And keep your fingers crossed, because mine are. And still got nothing. Failed to connect here. Alright, it's still failing here. I'm not sure why. Okay. Let me see if it's the SSL possibly. If so, we'll just do that tomorrow. Okay, still getting this error. Is that because we don't have the SSL installed, or what? Oh. Alright, let's see. I hope that's not the issue. It doesn't make sense if it is. Okay, it's not. Okay. Alright, let's do what it's saying here. If I can get this last portion for the night here. cPanel, email accounts, connected devices. Alright. Connected devices. Open the mailbox you created. Alright. See, everything is pretty much right there. 465 for outgoing. Yep, mail.iquantum. Yep, everything is right there. SSL is not ready yet. Yeah, I'm not seeing auto discovery. Over this thing. Let's try one other thing. I have the mailer set up. Let's make sure. Yep. Vendor, everything's pulling right. Boom, boom, boom. Try mail username, mail port. Damn, everything's set up right. Yeah, everything is literally. Let me go back to the config file. And this is the part of programming that most people don't want to watch. Is the debugging, right? But you have to do it. I mean, it's no way around it. Alright, so I have my database information here. Mail, yo. Everything for the mail is right. Mail from email, yep. Mail from name, hello.iquantum. And the ports are set right as well. This may be something, and I know I'll end up seeing it's gonna be something simple when I finish. Like, oh damn, it was this. But right now I'm not seeing what the hell it is. Let's see. Not sure if it could be a cache problem. I don't think it is though. Let's try one other thing. And the mailer, is this the mailer file? Alright, so inside of the mailer, let's see if I have this encryption set. Encryption, I don't see that. No, I don't. Oh yes I do. Damn. Yeah. Define mail encryption. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna definitely have to figure that part out. Cause I'm not seeing what the hell it is. Unless I just do a different mailer, right? Let's go back here. And I want to figure it out before though, man. This the kind of debugging stuff that I'll be like, God dang it. But it's definitely like a puzzle, right? Where you gotta figure it out. You have to. SMTP, yep, all of that is working right. Let's try this. Let's try the new file and see if that'll work. Because we have pretty much a front end template to our Quantum Digital. What we're working on now is the email structure. Pretty much the email capture. Once the leads are captured, we want to start mailing them. And this is because we have not set up the SSL yet, which we'll be setting up tomorrow. I'll be showing you how to get those for free and install that and everything tomorrow. Definitely be sure to like, subscribe to the channel. Alright, so everything here is good. Now what I want to check, the most important right now, is seeing if this damn email sending system is gonna be working right. Let me get that. Let's see. Because once that works, I mean, you pretty much literally have a full-fledged marketing system, and it'll be, you don't have to pay monthly for it or anything, which is the beauty, right? And you could customize it as you want, right? And I'm sure we'll figure it out. We may have to figure it out offline, and then I'll come with a solution. But I want to show you the whole process online, live, because I mean, people don't show that. People don't show that. Oh shit, I need a debug. I need to actually figure out why this script isn't working. I'll figure it out offline and make a video like it was so easy later. No, no, no. Let's show you the whole ugly part of it now. Alright, so what I'm looking for now, we want to test this link again. I changed our mailer file, and now make sure that was the mailer. Yeah. And it's pretty much just a test, the test email. I believe it was test mail. Let's make sure. Test mail. Alright, so we want to test mail. And this is just a placeholder for the whole system. Oh my god, now we have a fatal error. Alright, so we'll definitely have to figure this thing out. Alright, undefined constant. Alright, so this doesn't exist pretty much. Okay, I need to take that out. Includes okay, stack trace. Okay. Yeah, we can get this here. Alright. Alright. Getting this error here from the new, what was that, the mailer? PHP mailer? Let's make sure. Yeah, that was the mailer PHP. That was the new one. File. So worst case scenario, what I'm thinking, I'll have to probably figure this thing out in the morning. The sleep may be getting to me. No, it's no sleep getting to me, man. The URL, this is iQuantumDigital.com. This is a new one I'm putting up. And definitely be sure to subscribe. I'm going to be building this whole thing out live. And showing you how you can start. I mean, you could literally be doing the same thing. Tomorrow, I'm going to be working on further building this thing out. It's going to probably take me about a week, I'm thinking. Because I want to do it all live. I want to show the whole process. Alright. But right now we have, we have a pretty much basically just the capturing section part done, right? So right now what we just set up is pretty much a back end, front end, basically to where it's capturing the leads and sending those into a database. And now what I'm working on is basically after collecting those emails, it starts an automated email system, right? That's where the gold is, right? So setting that up is where we're going to be. And you could also join this, because this is going to be pretty much where we're going to be pretty much teaching. Teaching, letting you see what I'm doing. If I find any new tools, I'm going to be also building tools as well to put on here. But just building a whole community right here, right? All right here. And we're building it out live. Alright, so this error is simple, it's saying. Alright, it's missing here. Alright. But your currently has only. See what it's saying doesn't make sense, cause oh, okay, I don't have that in there. Alright, so what I need to do here, if using port 455, I need to add that in there. So I pretty much need to add this line. And this is the mailer. That's the wrong file, okay. Okay, and encryption, I do not have that in there, I don't see it. So let's add it. Let's add it. Port here. So I'm gonna add this right under the port here. We're gonna see. Even if I don't have the SSL, I don't even think that'll work, man. I don't think that's what it'll do. We'll see though. We will see. Alright, let's try it now. Alright, still getting this error here. It's not connecting here. So we'll figure this out here. I probably will do this either, for sure it's gonna be tomorrow. Alright, it'll be either live or I'll figure it out and come on live and update you. But definitely stay tuned. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, because I'm gonna be doing these daily. And if you like using AI, man, to build things and want to learn to build things, if you want to learn how to prompt better, things like that, man, that's all this type of stuff I'm interested in. So definitely stay tuned. I'm gonna be back tomorrow. Probably won't be this late. Probably be earlier, but we'll definitely stay tuned. Turn on the alert, subscribe, and be